Welcome back to Let's Debrief podcast. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Ashley, and today's a little bit of a collab,
Yeah.
a little
So
crossover episode. So, special guest, introduce yourself.
I'm Naomi.
I'm Kat.
They are the hosts of Let Her Cook. If you've heard of it, you're on the right side of podcasts.
Yeah, so true.
If you're listening to this podcast, though, then we're obviously all in the great
We're
space.
all on the right side of podcasts, of
Yes.
course. Cool. Like, obviously introduce yourself, but like, what are some fun little tidbits about you guys? Also talk about, what do you talk about on your podcast? Give a nice little intro. Go ahead and brag about yourself.
So,
Go off now.
Catherine and I have known each other since first grade.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's
So
been
cute.
like lifelong friendship, but like we're very different, like yin and yang, but like we've always been like Christina Yang and Meredith is like
perfect.
really good to explain us. And then Catherine was like, we make ourselves laugh all the time. We should make other people laugh.
So true.
So
Jenna and I were like, we could just talk forever.
Yeah.
Why not record it for everybody else to hear?
Yeah.
Why not?
And we were like, okay, we have a lot of collective trauma and other stuff that we could talk about that's probably funny for other people. And then we kind of just, let her cook.
Let her cook.
Yeah, we like talked about doing a podcast for the longest time, and we put it off, and then we just decided, let's do it. We didn't know what to name it. We didn't know like what we would talk about really. And then we just decided one day just to like start talking into microphones. And the whole purpose of it was kind of like girls chit-chatting, getting together, having a reason to come together and talk. So this is really, really exciting for me because it's like expanding
Yeah.
girlhood and
Literally, the two podcasts where we were like, we just want to sit down and chat,
Chit-chat.
are colliding.
yes. And I love Let's Debrief, and I think that we like a lot of the same podcasts. So
It was like the first week we were filming and we were like, I wonder if they'll do a collab with us one day, like when we get a little bit bigger. And then when you guys messaged the page, Catherine was like, shut up, you're never gonna do it.
Let's Debrief.
No, like
Yeah.
really, you guys, because we all kind of like knew each other,
Yeah.
like within
Right.
just like how you guys grew up, like the three of you grew
Yeah.
up close together. Fun fact: I was the second shooter at Naomi's
Yeah.
wedding, and Kat was in the wedding party as well. So like, kind of knew him from that, which is so funny. I don't know if I ever told you. Like, I was staying in Ligonier with Jen and Tan that night, and they were like, "How's the wedding?" And I was like, "Good." And I was like, this one girl, like she looked so familiar. And I like showed Jenna your page. She was like, "Oh yeah," like she's literally she knows a lot of people that you know in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
as well. And so
Yeah.
when I saw Kat, I was just like, she's so familiar. But when you guys started your podcast, and like obviously we knew of you guys, she was like, Jenna sent it to me immediately, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it'd be so fun to like do a collab with them down the road."
Well, I feel
Yes.
like there's like not that many podcasts that are like, I feel like every podcast is trying to be like niche down to like a certain like self-help
Yeah.
topic, or like always like trying to help people. And I don't want that.
I don't want to do
When
that.
I have free time, like I want to turn my brain off and listen to people just like telling funny stories, like just existing. I feel like that's comforting to me. And so I didn't want to make a podcast that was like, and here's what you need to do when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
You have to grind, and you're going to read this book, and you're
Get
going to
your
meditate.
10,000 steps in.
Yeah.
Make your bed.
And I feel like we're like the same vibe podcast where we're just like
Yeah.
hanging out.
Chit-chatting.
Well,
yeah.
I feel like we literally played a game on one of our episodes. We were like, we don't know what else to talk about. Like,
Yeah,
just to make
exactly.
it easy and more casual.
If we don't have like story submissions kind of waiting, Jenna and I will just be like, all right, I mean, you just want to turn it on and see like what happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
seriously.
An hour and a half later, we're like, okay.
And we're like,
Okay.
wow, that was a lot we unpacked there. Or
Yeah.
like we'll end up crying like with how like hard we're laughing about something. And so it's just the best. So you guys are like a few weeks in, like months in at this point.
Yeah.
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 What have
literally.
you learned? What's been like
Oh,
your
God.
favorite?
I feel
I
like
mean,
every episode we
We
learned
knew
something.
nothing when we started. Like, we really just bought microphones off of Amazon, and we're like, let's just talk. Let's just chit chat. And we've learned so much. And I've learned so much about her
Oh,
too.
that's so
And
fun.
it is just, I mean, we record at the last second every single week. Like, we record on Tuesday night.
Do you come out on Wednesday?
Yep.
Yes.
And then it's like midnight and we're like, why isn't this working?
We're
We'll
like,
take
this won't
turns
upload.
editing something.
No, that's
Yeah.
the worst.
But it has just given us a chance to like get together every week because
Yeah.
we're such friends that are like, yeah, I'll talk to you in a few months. It'll be fine.
And then
We'll
we
be
pick
good.
back up, but this like forces us to kind of hang out, which
Yeah.
sounds terrible, but like it's true.
It's great.
I mean, yeah, like I feel we started the podcast the fall of 22, which is like weird that it's like 2024 now.
Yeah.
But
Wow, that's
Jenna
crazy.
had been in Ligonier for like 3 or 4 months at that point, and it's like we still saw each other. She came to Pittsburgh, I came here, but now it is like if we batch record, like we usually will only do like 2 at a time. To go 2 weeks without seeing each other, I'm like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
It's very abnormal, but that's so fun.
I don't know. I feel like we've learned so much, honestly, though. Like, we started using GarageBand as like our way of editing, and you'd like have to follow like the voice notes. And I was like, Catherine, we need a new solution. I cannot do this anymore.
What have you moved on to now?
Or Adobe Premiere Pro, which has been so much easier to function. But then we introduced camera, and I was like, oh, okay.
Literally, Jenna, like we did a few episodes, and then we were both like, because our husbands are videographers, we should be doing video. And then a few episodes
And they were like, you should be doing video.
Yeah.
Like you can make reels from it and everything. And then I feel like we did like 5 episodes with just audio, and then we've done videos since then. And we were like, why did we do this to ourselves? Forcing
so
us to look
much.
presentable. Or sometimes I really am just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I feel like I really doubt sometimes how many people watch on video. And then they'll be like send me a photo of like watching on TV right now. And I'm like, oh, awesome.
You guys are on my big screen.
So you're a YouTube listener?
I listen on I watch on Spotify.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I do truly miss the days when and it's so hard too with like a toddler at this point, because it's like we used to just go up into my room and sit in my bed and it didn't matter. But now it's like, well, if you're videoing, like you kind of need to be with the lights, so you need to be down here, so then the baby's around, and like there's just it adds such an element. You can't just, if we were just doing audio, like we could literally go sit in our car if we needed to.
So true.
But
I know. With another baby in the mix come like the summertime, it'll be very interesting.
Well, I was like, Catherine, I think I need to be on maternity leave for a few episodes. So you're going to have to figure out what to talk about.
Yeah, you can batch like as much as you want.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Maybe it'll be me and Ashley.
oh my gosh.
We just give you guys some weeks off, and we'll just do a let her debrief couple
And it
weeks.
just comes out on both of them.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah, and you guys
Makes
can
our jobs. Yeah. Let
do the most amazing thing and give birth.
let our mothers rest.
Yeah. God. And then I'll probably be like, I need to get out of the house. Can I please
Can
come?
we please record?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Naomi is also pregnant.
Yeah, sorry. I'm also pregnant.
That's so exciting. So how far along are you?
I'm 16 weeks.
Okay. How are you feeling?
So much better. The first trimester, I was like, I've always wanted like a really big family, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this again.
That's fair.
Yeah. I was like throwing up. My poor husband, honestly, he's been amazing though, but I was like, well, this is something.
This
It's
is certainly an
crazy
experience.
how you kind of think beforehand. You're like, oh yeah, I mean, you're sick. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. But then when it happens to you, you're like, guys, no, like I'm really sick and I can't get out of it. Like
Yeah.
when you're sick and you like need to throw up and then you do, not pregnant. It's like, okay, like I was sick, whatever. But in the pregnancy, you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
It keeps happening day in and day out. And
Well-
you're like, please help me. And everyone's like,
And
you're
you never know when
sick.
it's gonna come. Like I never really had morning sickness. I always had it at night. So all day I'd be like, oh, I'd be really tired the first trimester, but I'd be like, oh, I'm fine. Like I can kind of eat more food, and then literally like 6 p.m. I'd be like hurling for the next like 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay, I like have this false like idea in my head because I literally like never throw up. Like I never really get a stomach bug or anything, and I'm just like, it's just gonna be like okay. Like,
Yeah.
but that happens to you guys, but it's not gonna happen to me.
Well, my mom had no morning sickness, so I was like, what did you do? She's like, nothing. I literally
Some
continued
people are
like my
literally
life
just
was
built different.
perfect, and I was like, okay, that's great, thanks.
That's so helpful.
Yeah.
Did you have morning sickness this pregnancy?
No, this one was so different from Monty, which I was not that sick with her, but compared to this, I'm like, which I also am kind of like, maybe God gave me a little break because I have another child. So
Yeah.
I couldn't like fully like rest, but I mean, I'm having different genders. It's a boy this time, and it's so different. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're having a girl, but also there's people who get sick with both. So like, you never know.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I had a dream that you're having a girl like a week ago.
I've had zero dreams about like children. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll have a dream about my kid, and then it'll be like a very vivid nightmare. And I'm like, okay.
Oh,
I'm like up
God.
at 3 a.m. like sitting there like praying. I'm like, if the devil's here, I rebuke you.
That
That's so real.
I've
That's
been
so
having
real.
horrible nightmares about
Yeah.
this happening to Monty like the past like
Oh.
3 weeks, every single night. And I do the same thing. I'm always like, the devil will
Yeah.
the devil will flee this house.
And the one time Michael woke up and I was like, if you're here, like in the name of Jesus, I'm like literally crying. And he's like, are you okay? I was like, no, I'm not okay.
Just casually rebuking the devil. No big
Okay,
deal.
This is so random, but we went on this like little trip to shoot a wedding a few months ago, and it was like in this like beach town, and we stayed in this like really old house. And that night I had like all of these very vivid dreams that there was like these like spirits in this house that we were in.
No.
And like that Monty, she was like sleeping in the room next to us, that like her like pack and play was like pushed over and like all this stuff. And I was like, it's happening because this house has demons in it. Like it's real. If it's my own house, I'm kind of like, I might be just having a nightmare. It's fine. And you know how in the night you get so convinced of it.
Yeah.
And at this house, I was like, there's demons in this house for sure. Like it has to be.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
That's terrifying. On the dreams note, a couple nights ago, I posted this on my close friend's story. I laugh about it every time I think about it. I had a dream that like this guy was like a bad guy. Like I don't know how else to describe it. I don't remember anything else before this, but he was just walking towards me, and I've never done this before. I swung my arm out and I punched and I clocked Cole.
No.
Yeah, I felt so bad, but all of a sudden, like in my dream, I was like just swinging, and then I made contact in real life, and I just heard Cole go, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
What time was it?
What time was it? It was like probably like 4. Like there was only a few hours left to sleep, and he rolled over in the morning. He's, remember when you like blasted me in the middle of the night?
You're like, no,
was
I didn't do that.
No, that wasn't me.
But like literally, I was like coming to, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." And then like 20 seconds later, I was like,
Yeah.
and he was like, "I heard you laughing," and I was like, "It is way too early for you to be laughing." Like
Yeah.
this. I was like, "I'm so sorry," but
That's
dreams
amazing.
are wild.
Dreams are wild.
Okay. Well, do you want to get into our
Yes.
Our topic of the day.
Topic of the day.
Yeah, I'm excited.
is-
I'm so excited for this.
I'm gonna be
I
honest,
know.
you guys. I love drama as long as I'm not in it.
Yeah,
I love other
yes.
people's drama.
That's how I feel.
I love observing drama from afar, and I'm just, especially if you don't know people, you're just like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like,
That's why I love watching reality TV.
me too.
I'm addicted.
Me too. It's a
So
real
What
problem.
reality TV do you watch?
Pretty much only The Bachelor.
have
Are
started
you
new
watching this season?
Of course.
Okay.
I
haven't
really want to
started.
watch this season because I'm super into.
Joey.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah, but he has this little
He's-
sweetness.
Yeah, he's like a sweet
Do you
boy,
not
and he's
watch
got
The
like the
Bachelor?
curls and like
He's
the
so
cutest little
cute.
teeth.
Yeah, he's so
Like
cute.
that season, I
Unfortunately,
think.
I'll give
yeah.
you
Same.
Yeah.
I'll give you my, I don't know if it's a hot take. I literally, like, you know how you usually watch the first night and you're like, okay, like, you get an idea of, like, okay, I like these girls.
Yeah.
There was not one that I liked more
Did
than
you see
others.
the one girl? Her name's Taylor. She got like blasted on social media for being like this huge bully in high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And everyone is like, she's 23. She looks like she's 40. I was like, oh
There's a
wow.
lot of girls that I thought looked really old.
No.
I think it's filler migrating, guys. I'm not kidding. Have we seen this? That like these pictures of Kylie Jenner. It's like we're watching a science experiment in real life because we have no idea what happens
happens.
to
that's
you
honestly so
when you get
fair.
filler, or like the long-term effects.
Yeah.
Scary.
And there was this event that all the Kardashians went to, and they all look so old and like weird. So I think that it's honestly
I'd believe
filler.
it. Yeah.
A lot. Well, that's the thing is it like about Joey. He just seems like such like a down to earth, like chill sweetheart. And like I felt like all of the girls were like they all looked really like done up. Of course, it's the first night, but they all looked like they had so much filler, so much makeup on. Every single one had like extensions down to her butt. Like they were all just like so fake. And I was like, and all of their personalities were just like, hi. I can't wait to see you inside.
Well,
And
because
I
like
was
being on The Bachelor is like now a
Like social media ticket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if
Yeah.
literally it's a golden ticket to become an influencer. Like, so everyone's, I'm sure, is just like, yeah, sure. I'll
Yeah.
talk to this guy for a few weeks, get flown around the world and say I'm in love with this guy. Maybe I'll fall in love with him. But if anything, I got a freaking job out of it.
Oh my gosh, I'm like way too entirely jealous to do anything like that. I'd be like, no, I need your attention right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can return.
I could never. When
Yeah.
they're like, they just spent a lot of time together, and I'm like, girl, like,
Duh.
yes, like I would feel the same way.
Yeah.
But do you know what show you're on?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Maybe I should go on. Maybe I should text. Well, I guess it's already filmed. Can you imagine my little bald head, no makeup, walking into the mansion?
Do great on it.
yes.
You'd be like,
Definitely be
hi.
a
Your
fan
personality
favorite.
like has to stand out, and I feel like you have such a sweet, like lovable personality that he'd just be like, oh my god.
Yeah, but you would get to the end and he'd be like, will you marry me? You'd be like, I'm not ready for this
I'd be like,
commitment.
I'm scared. No,
Be
thank
like,
you.
I did not want to get married at the
Yeah.
end of this.
Wait, I just
thought
wanted
it
to
was
be an
fun.
influencer.
Paradise, though.
Paradise would be so fun.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I would do well on there because it's humid and my hair would frizz up. How do they all look so good?
But your natural hair might come out.
There.
Little squid head. Look
Little
good.
squid head. I don't know.
She
maybe
has
next
like these
season.
beautiful ringlet curls. Yeah.
I used to, and then I feel like we used to talk about our hair journey together.
We probably did because mine has been.
I
struggle.
bleached the shite out of mine,
Yep.
and it all fell out, and I had to get extensions to like
Cool.
for
To like fill in the front
Yes.
pieces. Yeah.
yeah.
Your hair, I can like when we met, I remember you were like, yeah, like I use extensions, like it doesn't like grow that. And the fact that everything like it's just a night and day difference. Like your hair looks so good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, is
I
that
would
all
have
your
no
hair?
idea that you had.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
pregnancies.
Yeah.
Oh my
it,
god,
like-
maybe I should get
yeah,
pregnant.
I'm really wanting my hair to sprout.
Joey
Go on The
Yeah.
Bachelor, get pregnant,
on The Bachelor.
win, and then
Wait, this is genius.
yeah,
Okay. It's all for the hair journey.
Maybe your hair will come out.
You
I
said
don't-
you wanted a baby after meeting Monty, so
oh
it's
my
perfect.
gosh, I know this is the first time that
She was so mean.
Monty hates my guts, guys. I think that she honestly is probably looking at me like, we look the same age. Like, who
She's
Why
like,
are you so
so
big?
why are you so big?
I feel like she was doing the mad face at you, but it was like kind of in like a playful way.
Yeah, like you
She-
just wanted a reaction.
She was funny. She's so stunning and gorgeous. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. I want
Catherine's
one so
a
bad.
November baby too.
What's your birthday?
What?
Catherine's a November baby too, so
Oh.
she was born the 7th, a week before
November
me.
7th.
Wow.
We all are.
Because I'm a November
got-
baby too.
Really?
I'm the 26th.
Holy cow!
You're the 14th. What are you?
And
Wow.
Monty's the 24th.
All of our parents were having sex in February.
Go then.
Actually, I was born a month early, so I like wasn't supposed to be a November baby, but I definitely have like the characteristics. Sometimes like, you know, like those Scorpio things come up, I'll be like, wow, that is me, but no thank you.
And I retract that.
Yeah.
Are we all Scorpios?
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay, that's probably good because I was like, 4 Scorpios. That you're a Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
We're not like that we have anything against it. We've never really gotten into it. What does like a Scorpio mean?
They're just like very strong-willed,
Stubborn.
stubborn,
That's
That's
I don't
not
feel like
me.
that's not Jenna.
jealous. Oh my, yeah, you seem very
Chill.
She's so good
Chill.
with the flow, and like I
I
feel
don't
like if,
believe in it. You said I have nothing against it. I have something against it. I think it's demonic.
I think, well, so you went to Point Park, so you know all those Copa people are like obsessed with it.
Of course.
Obsessed. When I
That
got
was
to college,
culture shock. Going to Point Park from Ligonier.
Yeah, I
High
was gonna
School.
say, how was that? I went to
Culture
Stevenson,
shock.
so it was like
Yeah.
pretty much the
when I
same.
got there, I was like, what's your sign? What's your moon rising? What's your, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, so
Neither.
you had to.
But I like, well, I don't really remember. I just know that I'm a Scorpio. I don't remember
yeah, I
anything else. But
Yeah.
everyone was super into it there.
Wait, sorry, I have to ask you. Do you know?
Yes.
do you need that
Wait.
bleeped?
We
There's
talk about
no
people all the
way
time.
you
I'm like,
listen to
can
it.
someone bleep this, please?
yeah. Like
Wait, tall, long hair,
Yes.
like George of the
He-
Jungle.
Yes.
Yeah.
We dated.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, he was a sweetie Bo Beatty.
He was the one who did the mariachi band for me.
Mariachi band.
she said
Sorry,
it on
it
like
was in
one
an
episode.
episode.
No,
a
I
long
listened to
time
that.
ago.
Really?
Wait,
Wow.
So like me and Tanner like broke up for a few months, and me
And-
and
swooped in.
yes,
That could have been something.
it could have. But do you follow him now?
I think I do.
gotta show you.
I think I do, but I think that he's like been swallowed in the abyss of social media. Like he doesn't pop
He's so
up.
far down.
Yeah. No,
He's frequent on yours.
I tell Tanner, I'm like, this could have been the person that I married.
Oh, got it.
You went on one date.
He is a good looking fella.
together.
Well, how did the mariachi? I thought that was like the first date.
No, the mariachi was to tell me he loved me.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Oh yeah, I want to see.
where is he?
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yep.
Oh, Jenna.
This is what the Cova people
Wait, I'm
have
into
all
it.
become besides Kat.
I feel like if
But, like, a little
you
bit
guys
me.
would have ended up together, this would not be his Instagram page.
yeah.
Jenna would be like, we need to go to
Or
therapy.
I would be also like that.
But like, look at how cute he is.
He is really
very
cute.
Yeah.
handsome, and he has a really sweet personality.
I just like those type of pictures make me uncomfortable though.
Was he on Survivor? Doesn't this look like Survivor?
Kind of.
That's all. While we're
Yeah, it's
on
probably
reality
Surviving
TV, I
Copa.
also love Survivor.
Love it.
Hear me making noises. That's crazy. I honestly was expecting of like it could be like a backup man for you if Tanner ever died. Like that's what I was expecting you to
No,
show. Like,
no
look at
more.
How wholesome he is.
No
No.
more. He was an acting major, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe you knew him.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was about to say this like 10 minutes ago. Our topic for today.
Oh,
yeah.
Since we're two sets of besties, best friend drama. Okay, so you guys sent in your best friend drama to us, and do we want to just like?
Do you want to pass our phones to them so they can read too, or do you want them to just react?
I feel like we should just like each read one.
Okay.
And like just
Okay.
we all react to it.
Oh my gosh, a cold read. I'm scared.
I know.
We haven't looked through them
Do you
either.
guys ever do you read your submissions beforehand?
Sometimes I will just read them and she will cold react, and then sometimes she'll read them and I will like not hear
We
of them.
should start like making each other's lists or something like that because sometimes we'll read stuff and like there was one one time
That it
and
just sucks.
It was like advice or something, and
Ashley
I read
kept
it.
being like, we have to cut this one out. Like
I was just like, this is so stupid. And Jenna was like, I don't feel like anything's wrong with it. And I was like, no, Cole, okay, 21 minutes and 30 seconds. Cut it.
Yeah.
And
I know. Some of them are like when you ask for submissions, it is like opening it up to the everyone, but sometimes they're just not great. But then I don't want to be like, these are bad guys, because I don't want them to stop.
Yeah.
your stories suck.
Or they'll just be like totally off base. Like we did this travel one, and someone was like, "I hate American Airlines." I was like,
Period.
"Okay, is there
Like,
more?"
Make it more entertaining.
Yeah. Do you have more?
Tell us what happened.
Give us a
Also
punchline.
happened. That's so funny.
All right, I'm excited to hear these.
Me too.
Okay.
You want to start, Jen?
You could start.
Oh, thank you. Are you just on the summary and we'll just go down the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we use this too. Does everyone be like, we know you
It's
can?
not really anonymous.
But
Yeah.
it is.
It is.
I'm like, sometimes I wish
truly
it wasn't,
is.
so I could have a follow up with you guys.
Yeah.
And we'll say
Yeah.
like, you should DM us. No one ever does.
Yeah,
They're
same.
like, tell us what happened, and no one responds. I'm like, I gotta know.
Yeah.
Too nosy.
Yeah.
Although someone did fess up to me. I don't know if you listened to this episode where they said that they put a tracker on their ex's car, and then he took it into the mechanic, and the mechanic was like, I think there's a tracker on your car. And she went at night and took it off. She went into the mechanic shop, took the tracker off the car, and like
Oh my
fully
God.
like took it off and snuck back.
She said she like parked like
She
a mile
parked her car,
away
like, a
and then
mile
walked
away.
in the pitch black.
and
she
that
like
person
texted.
boss
was like,
behavior.
It was me.
Yeah, she
And I
texted
was
Jenna.
like,
She was like, by
"Thank
the
you."
way.
Yeah, I
'Cause
would.
we
I
were
would
like,
fess up to that
Oh
too.
my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Holy
Okay.
cow.
In college, my best friend had a fling with a guy, and then something happened and she hated him. And I was a bitch and started hanging out with him. So then she went after my ex-boyfriend, who I had a long-term relationship with, and she spent 4th of July with him, and we hated each other for months. Why does 4th of July? I feel like which
Trigger
this is true
holiday.
for Jen and Tan. Like
It's
the
a sexy holiday.
It is a sexy holiday. Why is it?
Yeah, sparks.
What is
You're
it
wearing a
about it?
bikini, there's
The
fire
sun is
good
shining.
Red, white, and blue looks good on everyone.
People are drinking.
Vibes are just completely up, and you're like, you look at someone and you're just like, I think I love you.
Let's
Like,
get
We're
married.
connecting.
yeah. Okay. Then we hated each other for months. Then one day I sent her a picture of us together and said nothing. And that was what broke the silence. And now we're best friends again and we laugh about it now. So you guys just stole each other's boyfriends? Is that
No,
what
she stole her first.
Yeah.
One just stole the other's boyfriend, and then they stopped talking, and then
But then she got her back, right? They both
yeah.
love it.
I'm glad they're friends again, but I also feel like if I was like serious about a boy, I would never introduce it to that person because I'd have like literal trust issues. Like,
That's
nope,
so
you're
true.
crazy.
Oh, that's true.
Do you like you're fully like girl code, like never look at another person's ex is like where
I
you
can
fall?
like appreciate someone being attractive, but most of the time, like if you're close to someone, you know why things aren't working out. Like, why do you want to repeat that?
How close do you have to be that it's off limits, would you say?
Because I feel like we're gonna get a lot
Seen
of
each
this will
other
be the
naked.
trend, like of the stories is people being like, I stole my best friend's boyfriend.
I have done this when I,
Speaking
And
from
I would
experience.
do it again.
and I would never do it again. I dated one of Anna's not dated, just like hooked up, like let him love me.
Yeah.
One of my, like my best friends. He wrote a song about me.
Oh my gosh.
Should
Was
I
it
text
in
him?
Should we call him live?
Yes. Let's call. He would answer. He'd be like, "Hello."
Kat, is that you?
He was
would come back.
he was a tenor. He could sing. So I was like, there aren't many straight boys in theater. So I like very secretly would like hook up with him and talk to him. And when she found out, it was horrible. Like I kept it from her for the longest time. She was off at college.
Wait, they were actually dating.
They dated
Okay.
for like 2 weeks. I think they slept together and then he broke up with her the next day.
Ugh, Catherine, why would it interest you?
I don't know. I'm a
That's the
toxic
thing.
human.
Sometimes when you're so close to it, you're like,
Yeah.
oh wait, you're a douche, and then you're like, well,
Yeah.
you are attractive though.
But he like wasn't even like it's just not worth it. So I can't even sit here and be like, what a bitch, like how dare they, because I've done it. But
I think
I would
if
not
that person
recommend.
like opens up to you about their significant other, then it's like immediately off.
That's Jenna and I were observers to other people's drama,
Yeah.
where the cheater was, I'm trying to like figure out how to say it. The cheater was consoling the wife.
Happened to you
what?
in
When?
high school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the girl that was cheating with the guy was like, tell me about like what's been going on.
Gross.
And
It's
when
like a
we-
weird.
Give her advice and be like, he probably he's tired.
I think it's like a power thing for them to be like to
so
know.
twisted.
Weird. It's so
Yeah.
strange.
I'm glad that they're friends again because I don't think a man should ever get in the way of friendship. But
Yeah.
I don't
What
know.
if it's your soulmate though?
I
What if it was your husband?
okay, then I'd be like, sorry.
I never liked you anyways.
I don't know though. I feel like it's tough. I
Could you like marry Michael if you knew that he like I like touched mouths with him?
no.
Right. Like,
But that wouldn't like attract me. Like I am very specific. Like I don't like people who are like involved sexually with like my partner. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yes,
Like
yeah, yeah.
or even if they're like, oh, I made out with him, I'd be like, oh, okay,
like
I'm
you would,
okay.
yeah, never be
Yeah,
friends with like
just
an
not
ex-girlfriend
be
of his.
into it for me.
No, that's very fair.
All right. So the next one says, my ex-college roommate and best friend at the time just moved out without telling me. We did everything together, even had a fun girls' night the day before, but I came back from classes the next day and all of her stuff was gone and she had blocked my number. To this day, I still have no idea about what happened to her. Left behind type beat. I wonder if she stole stuff from you.
That's crazy.
Wonder if she was stolen.
Oh,
Taken in the
also
night.
true.
Stop.
crazy
I would
documentary.
call the police.
Wait, do we know her whereabouts?
No, she said she still has no idea what happened.
She blocked her.
Call the police.
It's like 10 years
File a
later.
missing persons report.
That is actually, I would call the police.
So would I.
Especially if
I would
vibes
hope
were so
that-
good the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what if it's
I
like
would think she was stolen, 100%.
well,
She
she's like
was.
involved in the government. And she's like, one
long
last
gone.
good night together.
And then I'm gone in the night. That's crazy. I can't imagine if that. Did something similar happen to you with your roommate?
Well, we just got in like a tussle because I had a party and she didn't want me to. And she just never talked to me again. And she blocked all of me and my family, all my friends. Like,
Wow.
and we just moved out when our lease was over. But she actually recently unblocked me and I texted her. She had a baby. I texted her, congratulations. She said, thank you.
So all is well.
All is
we're
well.
best friends.
So we're
So we're
hanging
getting
out.
So
Coffee
basically,
next
she forgave me. Yeah.
She also went to my party.
Point Park. City of Dreams.
So funny.
City of Dreams.
Wow, I agree with Jenna. I would call the police.
Oh, really? I would just be like, I would make it about
that's
myself and be
scary.
sober.
Yeah, just be like, what gives you
Yeah.
the right? She's literally kidnapped.
Yeah. Be like,
Yeah.
hello, why aren't you
Wait, did she
answering?
just not pay rent? Like, well, I guess if it was a dorm, like the college probably like.
Yeah,
moved
she just
someone
like
in.
unenrolled or something. But yeah, I would have gone to admissions and been like, is this girl still attending?
Yeah, is she
Like,
okay?
Yeah, can we do a wellness check on her?
I feel like
Yeah.
I need more info. Like, have you seen that she's alive somewhere else and she just like doesn't like you anymore?
Yeah, like have you had someone else look her up on Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, we need a wellness check. Stat.
Yikes.
Okay. My best friend found out her boyfriend was cheating on her, so she confided in me to hear my opinions on the topic. She confronted her boyfriend and he denied it, then proceeded to make up lies about me. She blocked me. Man, people are quick on the block button. She blocked me and I asked her why, and she told me what he said. I explained to her I didn't say any of it and that it's odd he brought it up at that point in time, and she agreed and admitted there was no reason for her to believe him over me. But she had to believe him. I said, okay, ... But I'm not going to stay in the drama, so we said peace to the friendship.
Dang.
Oh.
People are quick on the blocking. I have never blocked anybody, like my biggest enemies. And because I'm just like, I want you to see how I'm doing.
I'm the same way, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've blocked one person on Instagram, but I never blocked a phone number.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that feels so permanent to me. I'm just like,
I'm big on the block.
Oh,
really?
Naomi is block button happy. She
Yep.
will block you so fast.
Yep.
she's like, don't
Wait,
step out
why?
of line.
Give us the.
What are the qualifications?
Yeah.
She's like, well, you're all
repetitive,
blocked.
terrible behavior.
Okay.
Like if it's like more than one time that we're fighting, like I never really get into arguments with my friends. Like I like when people can just like talk, and if you're like a screamer and like send me really nasty stuff, I'm just not engaging.
No, that's totally fair.
So I block a lot of those, and then I've like just blocked people that I don't want to see like what's going on in my life, because I'm different. Like I think it's more fun when they're like, well, they have to like ask someone else
That's
about
true.
what's going on.
That's
with
so
my life.
grown up. Ugh,
Yeah.
how do you get like
I know,
that?
that's so true.
I'm just
like,
petty. I
welcome
think
to the
that's
show.
Is your Instagram private?
No.
So that if they are blocked, then they really can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was
awesome.
which I don't even think I told you. Our one friend was in a relationship recently, and then they broke up, and none of us really liked the person. And they blocked us on every single person that you can imagine that was associated with our friend. We checked, you're blocked, and like your photo page is blocked. Like the only way I was able to see this person's page was because my mom's like has like a travel account. And I
Yeah.
was logged into it, and I was like, surely
What if it was
this
blocked?
account didn't get blocked. And I went into it, tried to look on the church page, blocked.
Wow. I mean, they really
Whoa.
want to.
They went ham. I was like, wow. All right.
I had my friends in college block my ex-boyfriend because he was literally showing up to my campus like trying to talk to me.
Oh, absolutely.
But that was like the only thing. Like I've never been like,
He showed up
have
to
to
my campus.
Yeah, an
He was
hour
on the
away.
Point Park shuttle.
yeah,
A sacred space.
crazy.
The shuttle. Wait, did you live in Oakland?
Yes.
Same. It was the
Terrifying.
best. Oh,
you
I
guys
loved
lived
it.
in Oakland, but then your classes were like downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
because
took the shuttle.
there
Oh,
was
God.
the theater was in Oakland, so we would have like theater classes, so you could live in Oakland and take the free shuttle.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, he deserves to be blocked.
Yeah, he was blocked. But other than that, I've never been like, and I don't think I've ever gotten blocked as like a addition friend because I've always been like, let me look.
Yes. Yeah. Be like,
Yeah.
yeah. They don't know about me.
Yeah.
They don't think I'm coming to look.
Yeah.
but-
They do, but Naomi's such a nice person. No one ever blocks her. She is like the tea getter, though. I'm like, can you go look?
I think
Yes.
it's normally because I'm like that person that the ex will be like, I want to get her back. And I'm like, please don't talk to me about
Oh,
this.
interesting.
But then I'm like, okay, this is what he said.
I have information.
yeah.
Okay. Next one says, I told my best friend the baby name I had picked out since middle school. She got pregnant first and used it. She is well aware my husband and I have agreed on the same since we were dating. We are waiting for the chance to use it. I'm filled with rage.
Yeah.
Okay,
fair.
what's your like, especially like you're probably thinking of names, and obviously you've named a child thinking of boy names. Like, what's your take? Like, I feel like I've heard some people say recently, like, it's not that deep because my child is going to be named this forever, so I don't really care if my friends used it.
I think it depends on the name. Like if it's like a Michael or a Luke, like something that's very common, I don't really think you can get that angry. But even like your daughter has a very specific name. So if I saw someone else being called Monty, I'd be like, they stole it. You know?
Interesting. Where'd you gather that
Yeah.
inspiration from?
Like,
Do you
even
follow
if
Silic
someone-
Photo?
I feel like even like if one of you guys used it, I'd be like, oh, cool. But like if Ashley used it, I'd be like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I don't know. It's really hard because it is like, well, I like that name too, and I want to use it. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like, no, I completely agree. Like if we're like as close as like
Yeah.
you guys are than us, like we are, like that's like off limits. But if it's like Jenna's like friend of a friend,
Yeah.
like heard my baby name and then used it, I'd be like, oh, that stinks, but like whatever. Like I still like that name.
I think that also what would hurt me more, because I am a little bit petty, is the fact that they got to name it first. Like it would be
Yeah.
different for me if I got to name it and then like whatever she copied, then it's like very obvious.
yeah.
A first and a middle name. Like if someone was like, this is Montana June,
Yeah.
I'd be like, what?
I'd
Yeah.
be like, that's Jenna's baby.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
actually
that's
would be crazy
weird.
first and middle. Would be.
Yeah, first and
Yeah.
like they're just like, I just like the way they flowed together. Like absolutely that is grounds. Like if it's a huge coincidence, it's like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
we have really good taste, but
Strange.
Yeah, I think telling people your baby's name before like you're even pregnant is like dangerous, because like my sisters and I, we all love the name. My dad's name was James, and we all love it for a
That's so
girl.
cute. Yeah.
And my sister Lizzie is gonna start trying to get pregnant, and she was telling us the baby names that she liked, and we all love James for a girl. And my sister Claire was like, you can't use that, I like that name. And I'm like, Claire, you are not going to get pregnant. Like there's a potential that you will never have a baby.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like if
Why are
we
you
all,
gonna gatekeep
if we
it?
don't gatekeep it, if we all love it, like why not have a niece but with a name that you love and that
Right.
we all love? But
Yeah. It
but
really
claiming a
kinda
name
is.
when you're pregnant, do it. Like I would, if I ever got pregnant, like later on in life, and I love a name, I would tell people so it can't be taken.
Yeah.
See, I feel like, yeah. And then, like, once you, because I'm almost afraid, like, we don't have a boy name picked out yet, but I'm, like, afraid there's so many people pregnant right now. I'm like, what if they use the name that we are wanting to use?
And they just don't
And
know.
then it looks like we copied them. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's like
I-
so hard. It's almost like you want to say it beforehand so that it's like,
To like claim it.
yeah. And that's what we did with Monty because we knew her name. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
Social
posted
media
it
also
right
makes
away.
it tough.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like recently, I was talking to someone yesterday. I was like, even though like the older generation would be like, these aren't struggles, but it's like we have different struggles than any other generations before us have.
Yeah.
Where it's like, my mom told me like when she was pregnant with me, obviously she wasn't announcing it on social media, but she was just like, oh yeah, I like told people names I liked, and family members were like, ew, like.
That's the other problem. If you tell people, they're like, I don't like
I
that
don't
name.
like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I feel like I'm like confident enough where I'd be like, awesome, didn't ask for your opinion.
Yeah.
But like obviously like you're like, why don't you like my name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I was just born. It was never posted anywhere. They just saw my mom walking around with a baby, and she's like, "This is Ashley." Like,
Yeah.
Love
it's
it.
just so like. But now we're like, oh my gosh, like the pregnancy announcement and then the name announcement. Like it's just so layered.
much.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I get excited for other people
it's
too.
the
I'm like,
best.
are they gonna post it? What's the name gonna be? I can't like Ballerina Farm just had her baby. Do you guys
Yeah.
know she is?
Yes.
And they're like still deciding on a name. I'm like, what will the name be? What will the name be? What will the name be? Then she announced it. I'm like,
Stunning.
Gorgeous.
Joe.
Yeah.
Flora.
And also when they don't say the gender too, it's
she didn't say it
just-
beforehand too. Yeah.
Well, they didn't know. They found out when she was born.
Oh.
But I just love it. I love it.
I
personally.
also
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
I love watching other people's journeys with it. Like when I found out you were pregnant and she was pregnant at the same time, I was like,
you get to be pregnant together.
this is so exciting, guys. And I don't know, we like had our pregnancy episodes the same week. I don't know which one of you was like, so sorry
was
we
me.
I was like, are you kidding? This is so exciting.
They get to share in the excitement
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine naming a human. Like
It's
I had a hard enough time naming my cats. Like
What are their names?
Pippa and Ford.
Oh, that's
Ford.
cute.
That's so cute.
That's what someone's. Okay, so we don't have boy names, so I put out on our photo account. I'm like, what any name guesses? Because I'm like, just
Give me
options of what you think I would name it. And someone said Ford.
What
I-
were like some of like the
Ford
good
is a-
suggestions you got? Did you
let's
take any
see.
ideas?
That's honestly genius to be like, what do you think the name is when you have no idea?
Well, my friend did that. She's having a boy, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna copy this."
I feel like boys are way harder to
I
name than
agree.
girls.
I'm
Art,
so
Cole, and I have like a
stressed.
list of like 12 names that we're just like, we'll hear something, we're like, oh, that's cute. 10 girl names, 2 boy names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can look at like the names. I don't want to like say them out loud because some of them actually are ones that we're considering. So
okay.
you can look, and also you can. Well, why don't you read the next one?
Oh, okay.
I don't want to look because I want to be surprised
I'm
when you
gonna
have
tell
when
you
you
take a
have your
little break.
baby. I want to
Actually,
be
I would
surprised
love to
when
get
you.
you guys' opinions.
Yes. Okay. This one's long and hopefully
Oh,
is
are cute.
juicy. Okay. In my first year of college, Bible college, which is an important detail, my roommate met a guy within the first week of classes. Since it was Bible college, they had a rule that you couldn't date in the first semester. I have my own opinion about that. So they were friends / talking for about 3 months and then started dating and talking about marriage immediately when the semester ended. I also went to Bible college, but like didn't live on campus.
What does Bible college mean? Like,
It
because you went to a Catholic college. What's the difference?
I
Bible
don't
college
know.
is like you're getting a degree to be in ministry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're
okay,
trying
okay.
to
It's got like
honestly-
Liberty and
Gotcha.
Liberty, like from what I did, Liberty is like more accredited than like what I did.
Okay.
So maybe they did go to like a Liberty.
Gotcha.
But yeah, what I did was literally just like they were working on their accreditation and I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll go learn more about the Bible.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Why not?
why not? And so that was like, yeah, what I did. But yeah, people that lived on campus were like kind of psycho like this too, where it was just like, let's go to Bible college. I'll meet my husband. And then
Ring before spring.
yes, exactly. Okay. Started talking about marriage immediately when the semester ended. Her parents wanted her to wait to get some time to take some time before getting engaged / married, which is totally normal request from a parent of 18-year-old dating a 22-year-old.
Wow.
Yikes. So they come back from Christmas break, and one weekend they just disappear, saying they drove to his parents' house for the weekend. That was about an hour north of Phoenix. Oh, this is a Hillsong girly. That was about an hour north of Phoenix, which is where our college was. Okay, now I know more. So like,
Details, people.
yes,
Love it.
the details are important. And they were gone for days, saying that he got a flat tire and couldn't fix it. Well, turns out they got secretly married in Vegas and honeymooned at his parents' house because they were out of town. Oh my gosh. So when they came back and acted like normal, oh my gosh, other than the 1,000 hickeys all over the guy's neck.
Oh no.
But then a week later, they got mail to the apartment from Vegas with their name on it that says marriage documents. One of their roommates gave it to them to see what they would say, and they lied, saying they were getting stuff ready for the wedding. Then a week after, one of my roommates was looking for her charger and found random condom wrappers wrapped in toilet paper in her bag. So naturally, we all freaked out, not knowing how to handle it as 18-year-old babies. One of my roommates started telling people, and it got out so fast, especially because the couple that had gotten married was outright lying to everyone and making us look insane.
Wait, can I butt in for a second?
Yeah.
That sucks that like now they're married, but they're still living in their dorms. Like they're not even able to like be together. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
why
I almost
even
wish
do
they
it?
would have just been like, we're getting married. I don't really care what you say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sorry, continue.
A little over a month after they got secretly married, he plans the most public engagement for her, and they got engaged with everyone from the college there. So then, just as everything was about to blow up in their face, COVID happened, and they never showed up to school online or in person again. They then posted pictures in May saying that they eloped since they couldn't have a wedding. Recently, they came out with a podcast telling their version of it all, and to this day is my favorite story to tell because it's just insane.
Send us the podcast.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want
DM
the
the link.
podcast. We have room for 2 more people at this table.
We could just
Join
do like what's
us.
like Jada Smith's
The red table
yeah,
or whatever.
just
red
go
table
like a full
talk.
round
Yeah.
table.
Wow, that's insane.
I love horny Christians. It's just
Yeah, accurate.
they
Yeah.
do the funniest things, and it's just so funny. Which people might say that about me because I mean, I got married basically a year after dating. Like we got engaged like 8 months after we started dating.
Yeah, but how long have you been married now?
It's like a year and like 4 months.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah, we're off to a great start.
I also feel like when you know, you know.
What'd you say? That's what you know.
Okay, I want to really hone in on one of these topics that was in this. What are our thoughts on hickeys?
Hate them.
Why are we doing it?
I
Why
feel
do
like-
we need to suck?
I feel like if you're going to do that to your partner,
Let's actually go back to that.
Why do we need to suck?
Why can't it just be
actually,
kids?
people who hickey were just breastfed as babies. That's the reason why.
Like, this is actually so comfortable.
This is soothing.
Have you guys tried this before? Oh,
I don't know where this came from. It's just
Stop.
natural instinct.
Oh my gosh.
No, I feel like if you're gonna do that, like just do it where people can't see. I remember there was a girl on my lacrosse team in college who came with it. Literally looked like she got mauled by a vampire, and my coach had to be like,
Are
"Do
you
I need
okay?
to take you to the doctor?"
Like, are you being
my
abused?
gosh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a long period of going at somebody's
but
neck.
could you imagine?
there's
just
no
look
way
like-
that's like enjoyable.
No,
Like, what are you
I'm
doing
saying,
for that
like,
long?
Why can't you just kiss? Like, why do you need to suck?
Why?
It's like,
Why?
as the person that would be receiving it, like, it's a similar sensation, right?
Do you think
Than the
that
sucking?
that they just like don't know? Like, do you think they like think
No.
they see something in the movies?
Yes, that's
because it's like
exactly what I was
Bible
gonna
college,
say.
you know.
Yeah, like they're just like, okay, like
This is what we do.
I can understand like one accidental maybe, but when there are multiple, it's like
That's
that
all you did.
is just
like
It
Like-
feels like it's for show. I mean,
Exactly.
I remember in high school being like, what if like he gives me a hickey or something? But like, I don't know. I guess these people maybe, but they were hiding it. So I'm like, so why did you do that?
Why?
Yeah.
my
I don't know.
sister.
I've always hated the hickey culture.
My sister got a hickey one time in like 8th grade and took a curling iron to her neck to be like, I burned myself.
no, honestly,
like
that's
she
a real
burned it on top.
That's
a real
classic
clutch move.
excuse that
And my
I-
mom was like, that's a hickey. And she was like, yeah.
Damn.
You, an 8th grader, doing that is so
Sickening.
weird.
Sickening.
Oh,
Yeah, I hate
horny
hickeys. I think
teenagers.
horny teenagers.
You have a really long one coming up.
That's all right. All right, let's put my speaking voice on. When I was in college, I was like ride or die with this girl. We'll call her Jane. Well, Jane started dating our friend Henry, and after things were going amazing, literally so perfect. After a while, Jane and Henry started telling me I should really get to know our mutual friend Alex, who also happened to be Henry's best friend. I had some interest in Alex, and so I was like, you know what? Why not? This could be cute. Alex and I talk, hung out, get super close for about a year, and Jane and Henry are still doing amazing, like talks about a marriage amazing. When spring semester ends, I go several hours away back home. Henry has to go overseas for an internship. Jane stays on campus for an internship, and Alex goes home about 1 hour away. Oh my gosh, I brought
wait, I need, okay, I'm caught up. My
Okay.
brain was not
It-
moving
there's
that
a lot of
fast.
names floating
They're all
Yeah.
splitting up.
The whole summer, Alex and I talk nonstop, phone calls, FaceTimes, text 24/7. We decided we'll wait until we're back on campus to make things official. Fast forward, we're back on campus. He ghosts, literally hadn't come to see me, nothing. I'd hung out with Jane because duh, she's my bestie and I hadn't seen her all summer. She comes to me and says, I think I need to break up with Henry because he's leaving. I still have 2 years of school here and our lives are going 2 different ways. I'm like, okay, queen, whatever you say.
You do.
But maybe this summer doing long distance was hard and that's why you feel this way. Later that night, she goes off to break it off. And I kid you not, the next day, Henry asks to talk about something. Henry comes to my dorm and is like, I'm sorry, I should have said this sooner, but I didn't want to throw this on you. But I've had my location shared with Jane and Alex for a long time, and I knew something was up because since we've all been back at campus, I haven't seen her. I was curious where she could be because we hadn't seen each other for a long time after a summer of long distance, and almost every time I checked, she was with Alex. Imagine me shocked hearing that my best friend who convinced me to date her boyfriend's friend then goes start seeing him a while after dating her boyfriend. Throw up emoji like 40 times. To make a long story short, Jane and Alex tried to keep it a secret until they couldn't anymore, and I never spoke to either of them again until I got engaged, and Alex texted me within a few days saying he missed me. LOL.
Oh, stop.
I didn't respond, and then they got engaged a year after I got married. So this is all to say I dodged a huge bullet with both of them, and I'm glad they're at least stuck together.
She should tell the girl that he texted her that he missed her.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I'd be throwing you under the bus in 2 seconds.
You think? I feel like that's her
Yeah.
karma
Oh,
for
I mean,
stealing her
that's-
stealing them in the first place.
Which I feel like you have like really mastered like the unknown. I can't bear to like not know if like she would. I'm like, you need to know that you're stuck with trash. Like,
I just really want to hone in on this.
He is trash. Like, but I feel like you're just like, you're getting what's coming to you and you just don't know it yet. I could not.
Isn't that so amazing?
I know.
How do you do that?
I'm like, how do I channel that?
Okay,
don't know.
you know how like I feel like I'm always like, okay, if something doesn't work out, like God has a better plan for me.
Yes.
I believe the same with revenge. Like if I go out of my own,
biblical.
yeah, if I go
That's
my
true.
way to do something, then I always get something thrown back at me. But if I'm just like, you'll get what's coming, then it's always something even juicier. And I'm like, tell me.
That is the best. The best is like when you do wait on something and like it's like, okay, like even if like nothing ever happens, like I'm moving on.
Yeah.
But then something happens and then it gets back to you. You're like, thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That situation was messy. That's a mess. And the fact that they're all like, what was it, Jade?
Jane.
Jane and Alex, they're married?
No.
They were engaged.
The best friend. What's her name again? Her fake name? I forget.
I don't think she had a name because she was the writer.
So Jane was with Henry, and then
Yes.
Alex was with the best friend, and then Jane and Alex ended up together. Yeah.
Whoa.
And Henry was the one who
Good on
outed
Henry.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's a good friend.
Go off, Henry.
I'm like, what if Henry and the girl had gotten together? Like the girl that was writing.
Then I feel like that'd just be a
Little
trauma
switcheroo.
bond.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be beautiful if things could work out beautifully, but
Ugh.
okay.
Anyways, moving on.
Anyways,
More trauma.
when I was a senior in high school, I was friends with a girl who said she found out she was pregnant with twins and her boyfriend broke up with her because of the pregnancy. Then, a few weeks later, comes back and says she miscarried. We found out that A, she never had sex.
Oh.
B, she took a random photo of a positive test on the counter off of Google because we found it. C, her boyfriend had broken up with her before she put together this story and she was trying to trap him in staying with her, except it didn't work because they never had sex and convinced him even more that she was crazy.
Wait, okay, Kat, I feel like just because you were like in like drama and everything, that
Yes.
like you would. Did you watch Glee?
I did.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. It like the first season, Quinn is like, I'm pregnant, and Finn's like, well, we've never had sex, and she's like, yeah, but remember what we did in the jacuzzi? Like, I don't know. And I just feel like teenagers just don't know that, like, hey, if you didn't do that, you
It's
can't
not-
actually get pregnant.
Yeah.
But could you imagine the conviction in her to be like, you are my baby daddy, and he's be like, we didn't.
Wait,
we didn't
It's
do
like,
it.
what do you mean?
That's
Yeah.
like your mom, though.
Yeah. We've said this on the podcast,
Well,
right?
she told it, yeah.
My mom got pregnant. Like her and my dad were in high school.
Yeah.
She got pregnant with me at 17. And I never know how to say it without it being like gross, but he didn't do what he needed to do in order
Well,
to
she also said, like, it was like
2 seconds
10
long.
seconds. Like,
And,
and
like,
then they were like,
and
no, we
because
shouldn't.
they
Yeah.
both like went to Christian like high school and
Yeah.
stuff. So like they like kind of started and then they were like, no, this is wrong. And then literally she was like, why are my clothes not fitting? Oh, my period. And like she was kind of like inconsistent like in her period.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, whatever. And then like after like 3 or 4 months, she was like, something's up, but there's actually no way. My mom, I'm hoping that I inherit her fertility because
Yeah.
she got pregnant with me like that. And then she got pregnant on birth control with my sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Whoa.
either your mom's fertility or your dad's goods. Are like out of the world.
The most intense swimmers ever.
Wait, that's actually insane.
Isn't that crazy?
The birth control doesn't shock, like, that happens, but, like, your conception, is that the
Yeah.
word? Is crazy.
I know. Cole, like when, like as soon as like we
You're a
got,
miracle, Ashley.
am I?
You're Jesus.
Was my mom the Virgin Mary? Yeah, when Cole and I got married, he was just like, I feel like I can't even like know it. Once he found that out, he was like, I feel like I can't even look at you. Like, like I'm very scared.
That's kind of amazing.
I know, it's crazy.
Wow, that's wild.
Is it your turn, Jen?
Yes. Okay. One of my best friends created a fake Instagram account to blackmail me. I was 22 and engaged at the time and had gone to a bar with my fiance and some of my other friends a few days before their college graduation. This was one of less than 5 total times in my entire life I had ever went out to a bar. I definitely wasn't drunk, but was having fun and dancing with friends. Apparently, her boyfriend, who was also out with us, videoed me and my other friends dancing. The day after we had gone out, an anonymous secret Instagram account messaged me my videos of me dancing at the bar saying they were going to expose me for being a fake Christian. I was able to figure out who created the account by typing in my friend's number. Oh, I've heard of people doing this. / email to a website that showed the person who owned the Instagram account. Oh, so she suspected this friend. You should know if you suspect that person, they are not a true friend. The only reason I thought to type her number in was she had made some passive-aggressive comments in the group chat about us going out. Before this, I had no reason to think she would ever do that or be mad about it. I confronted her and she denied it, but it was so bizarre. I can only conclude maybe she was jealous or angry we had gone out without her, which doesn't make any sense because she was also invited to come. Her and I are still friends to this day. I just lost my spot. So sorry, everyone. Her and I are still friends to this day, but I will never forget and let my guard down around her. Also, can we establish that going to a bar and dancing does not make you a bad Christian, but blackmail does? That is crazy. Can you imagine like finding out that like one of you did that to each other? Like you videoed her and you're
Girls
like,
are
I'm
crazy.
gonna expose you.
Yeah. I would not be friends with you.
No,
Yeah,
me
the
either.
mind of a jealous girl is a dangerous place.
Yeah, I don't get the point of that at all. Like,
See, that would be a quick block for me.
Oh, rightfully so.
Have you guys ever catfished anyone? Like even in middle school?
like use another picture.
Well, like I used to try to catfish people on this like fake, it was called Polyvore. It was like this like website. I used to pretend that I was Miley Cyrus.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, what I would do is take pictures with my posters of her that was like in my room. Well, the whole lore was that it was her, but she was posting about how she was best friends with me. So it would be like a selfie of me with the poster with her. And she'd be like, oh my God, with my best friend Jenna. And people would be like, Miley, if it's really you, post a picture holding a fork. And then I would just take a picture with the poster holding the fork. And people would be like, oh my God, it's really her.
This is amazing.
Is Jenna a genius or are people dumb?
We have a genius in our
It
midst.
was also like really old camera. So, you know, everything was blurry. It was perfect.
It was also like
Wow.
everybody was just learning the internet too. So I feel like
They're like, oh my gosh, she just doesn't want to be like on this public platform.
Yeah.
That's why she's here.
Polyvore. I wonder if that still exists. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I want to get on that. I don't think I've ever catfished anyone or like pretended to be someone else.
I wish we could bring back the era of prank calling, like Star 67.
I feel like you should make that a segment on your pod. Just like pick one person.
Wait, what if we prank called like all our friends?
Yes.
Okay, wait. I've actually come across this TikTok account where this guy is like, all right, guys, I'm going to go live tonight. If anybody is like a raging narcissist, go ahead and send me their number and I'm going to call them and say that they committed tax fraud.
That's so
He
good.
literally will go live on TikTok and just be like, hey, Jim, like, yeah, this is the IRS. And they're just like, I didn't do anything. And they're like, dude, we're sending agents out to your house tomorrow.
Right
Like,
now, yeah.
And it's wild. I have some friends that have just been in bad relationships before. And I'm like, send their numbers.
There's like a website that you can call through and it's like an automated voice. So if we were to like call like my mom, she would never answer. She never answers her phone. But like it's from a different number and it like is like, hello. Your pizza's on the way, just like dumb stuff. I think there's like different prompts that you can do.
I actually
That'd
have
be
seen
silly.
that before because I think I've seen some people do that to like their parents where they're like, they'll like answer and they'll be like, hello, this is Cooks County
Yes,
Jail.
the jail one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the jail one.
And I just the mom go,
Oh my
God. Oh no, Kat's gotten into it again.
My dad would
Yeah.
answer and be like, hello. Okay. I'll be there.
Ned.
I'm on my way.
That's
That would
amazing.
be a fun podcast segment is prank calling people. Tanner used to always prank call people because he worked at the YMCA at like the front desk. And he would like always just call people from the Y and be
Oh, that's
like,
so good.
just say stupid stuff.
That's amazing. Prank
Okay.
calling's so fun.
It's so
it was
fun.
such
And
a
literally,
fun thing as a
like,
kid.
some of my best childhood memories would be my friend talking to someone that, like, they don't, like, it was, like, a friend I went to school with, but it was, like, my softball friend was, like, was calling him, and I'm, like, have a pillow over my mouth, like,
Yeah.
this is so funny.
Yeah.
It's so
We
funny.
could definitely do this us four because like people I know would
Yeah.
never have your guys' numbers
yeah.
and vice versa.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, who are we calling right now? Okay. I was in a tight friend group including 3 guys and eventually started dating one of them. It ended up being a bad relationship and I broke up with him. A week later, his roommate and best friend, another guy in the friend group, confessed that he always had feelings for me and we ended up hooking up. 2 weeks later, the third friend confessed to me that he's always had feelings for me from before the other 2, and now we're secretly dating.
Whoa.
The second guy knows about the first. The third guy knows about both. My ex-boyfriend knows about none, and we're all still friends.
Oh.
How do you keep it
How do you keep it straight?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I have to go ping it, Monty. Just keep reading.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wait, I need to look at this with my own eyes.
I feel like
Okay.
this happens so often in friend groups. Like one boy will find the girl attractive and then it just spreads.
Yeah, so like, wait, actually.
Yes.
And like, do you guys believe that girls and guys can be friends?
I don't think that you can be married and have a best guy friend that isn't your husband. I think you can have friends, and I have many like male friends, but like I'm never gonna like confide in someone who isn't my husband.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. I was gonna say, Peter, have you guys listened to episodes with Peter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, he's like really close to Jenna and I, but like, no offense, he doesn't listen anyway, so he's not a real one.
He doesn't listen?
No.
Rude.
Wait, last week I did the credit card episode with our friend, and he was like, I was listening to Ed's episode, and I said, oh,
Ed's episode.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But he's like second, third string.
Yeah.
Like for information. Like
Yeah.
I'll talk to Cole about something, and Cole and I I feel like are together all the time, so it's like we're always experiencing the same things. We're just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Then I'll talk to Jenna, and then I'm like, oh, I haven't talked to Peter in a few days. Like I'll call Peter up, but yeah, he's never the first line of defense.
Yeah.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kat?
Yeah, I think you can. I'm not married, so like I don't have that male companionship of like someone you're sharing your life with and who's your best friend. All the men that I'm like best friends with are gay though. So like it's very different.
It's very platonic, yeah.
Yeah, but I do have like all of our friends are guys. I wouldn't consider them my best friend.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I'm platonically friends with like Al and Nikki and Keith and like all of our guy friends from high school.
But it's not like there wasn't a phase where they didn't try to be more than friends with you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like that's,
I mean, but like
you had to shut them
who
down.
would?
yeah.
No, I accepted it all.
Wait, were you ever in relationships with them?
Yeah.
That's crazy that you can still be friends.
Yeah, I like dated our best friend Al when we were in like 7th grade for a while.
Okay.
And then our one friend Nick, these might all have to, no, fuck it. We dated for like 5 years and we're still friends.
Oh my gosh.
But like we were all in the same friend group. And then when we were like on and off, I would like sometimes like,
revisit.
like,
for lack of a better term.
like kiss, whatever, our other friend. I don't know. We're all still friends. It's like they were all at Naomi's wedding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was completely fine.
But I think when you see like yourself growing through all those phases with people, it's kind of like whatever. But I've noticed too, majority of my other like male friends that I would consider like my closest male friends are either like Michael's best friend who's become very close with me, or my best friend's like fiance or husband.
Yes,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true. Yeah.
Right.
And I like that there because it's like obviously you're not toxic,
Right.
But there's like a mutual like we like in your husband's best friend's case, like we both love Michael so much, and like are like wanting to love him the best, and there's just like a common goal there, and like the same
like I end up being the third wheel when they're together, and I'm like, okay, why'd I come?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people I don't know. Like I think like it can get dangerous. So like there's insecurities within the relationship, and then
Totally.
you're like, oh, actually, I have always found his best friend attractive.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah, I think the core of that is just like being friends with people you trust. Like,
100%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know that Naomi would never, ever do that to me. And I would, like, Michael and I spent so, like, when she was still in Canada and he lived across the street from me, he and I hung out all the time.
Yeah.
Like, almost at Harvard, like, just make sure he's good, make sure he's okay. And we, like, would hang out. We would, like, go
realize
out
you
to.
guys were high school sweethearts.
No. When I was in Canada, so I moved to Canada what is that, 2020, and I was there for a year, so we did long distance for that year.
You guys met at school.
Yeah, we
That's
met
right, that's right.
my junior year of college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But like, I won't speak for Naomi, but I don't think that there's an inkling in her mind that like a line would ever be crossed in that way.
No.
Yeah. But
And-
yeah, I always like find it interesting too when like people get together after they like either cheated or like have been like the best friend of like the ex-girlfriend or whatever. Like, I'm like, girl, like what makes you think that like that will happen to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you steal someone from someone else and you're like, he's gonna do that to you too.
Yeah. But it's real with me and it's like,
Is it?
Yeah.
is it really?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
Kat,
tough.
did you just read the last one? Oh wait, no, I
No,
just read
you
that.
did.
Okay. Naomi, here you go.
Okay, we have
Yeah.
we have had a core group of 6 girlfriends since we were little. So it happens one of them took my best friend's husband's virginity in high school.
Oh.
It's never been brought up around the friend who slept with him, and she doesn't know everyone else knows, so it's just the elephant in the room. LOL.
Like we were talking about earlier, I could literally. Okay, wait. Have you listened to the podcast where I ran into Cole's ex-girlfriend
At the
cycling
workout
place?
class? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like, and Cole has said before because he's like, obviously I dated her, like she was a good person. Like
Yeah.
I think you guys would get along, but I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate
Like,
her.
every time I see her, I'm like I'm like nice to her because I run into her all the time at the cycling place. But I'm like, I can't be friends.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
kissed my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael played lacrosse, and there was like this college party that they would have called Mustachio Bashio, and like all of the boys would like grow out mustaches.
This
And-
was like the most insane
Yeah.
St. Vincent thing. I loved it.
and they would take a date. So I didn't know Michael yet. He had a girlfriend from a different school in Pittsburgh, and I just went as like a +1 for like a friend who needed a date.
Okay.
And at this point, I was like, it was the weekend of my 21st birthday. I was going to Pittsburgh the next day to celebrate with Catherine. I was like, I don't want to get like too drunk or anything because I don't want to feel gross. Michael's girlfriend gets obliterated, like falls down the steps. I'm like in the bathroom taking care of her.
Oh, you're so nice.
And you didn't even know him at this
I
point.
didn't know him at this
Oh,
point.
okay,
And then once we started dating, I was like, dude, you have terrible taste other than me.
Like literally, you really
Yeah.
like
You leveled
lucked
up.
out.
Yeah. I was
here
like,
with
what was
me.
your thought? He was like, I don't even know.
I was a different person. That's
Yeah.
what Cole says all the time. Because like, I mean, she's like a great person, but
Yeah.
he was like, like when I bring it up, like now I'm like, oh, like what was it like when you guys like did whatever? He was like, that I don't even recognize who I was.
Yeah.
Like that's a completely different time in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Naomi started seeing Michael and a lot of our friends went to St. Vincent,
Mhm.
they would like call me and be like, no, this is no. We are
What?
not going to let her be with him. He is not right for her. He's not good enough for her. And
This was like my whole, like when I finally got single at St. Vincent, all of my guy friends were like, you will never find someone here. You will find someone at like a big school. And I was like,
Oh, interesting.
I would like to not be alone.
yeah,
I would like to find
Yeah.
somebody.
yeah, because I think that Michael was just a completely different person.
Mm.
But I don't know, when I met him, I was like, I love him. He's
love him
perfect.
so
He's
much.
great. He's so great. But it's funny how you can change in new relationships.
Yeah. And I'm sure Michael probably would have said the same thing. He's like, yeah, she is too good for me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I hope he still says that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't deserve you. You're right. Okay. I kind of hopped around because there is like a lot left and I don't know where we're at on time. But
Okay.
Kat, you can read, like honestly just scroll and see like what sticks out to you.
Okay.
Again,
Let
I'm
me
sure
see.
at some point we'll kind of get repetitive with like, she's still my boyfriend. She's still
Yeah.
my baby name.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't that horrible though? That like so many people go through that.
yes. Oh, while you find one, I'll tell my friend drama.
Yeah, I wanna
wanna
Yes.
I want to hear your guys'
Yes.
too. There was my friends that listen are probably like, yeah. I'm trying to think of like how to disguise her name, but there was a group of us that all like got together at Amplify, like
Yeah.
at when we were like in Smallman Street, and we just like all kind of like found each other through small groups and like whatever. And so there was like this like little 4 group of us. We were literally like friends. I mean, I'm still friends with 3 of them. Or, yeah, 2 of them. No, sorry, 3 of them. Oh, there was a 5 of us. Okay, sorry. We all became friends, and then legitimately, like this was in like maybe the fall of 2018. Come spring of 2019, everybody moved. Like everybody, like one went to med school, one went to law school, one went got a job in Hawaii, and then one went to New York to be a photographer. And I was left in Pittsburgh. And so like we all like stayed in touch, and like we would visit every once in a while. And it was like so fun, like when we were together over like that 6 months and we all got along, whatever. There was this one friend, we'll call her Jane. She like, just as like some things like we would like talk briefly, like she just, things like started coming to the surface where I was like, that's not true. Like there's no way that happened. Always these intense, like outlandish stories. And I was like, also like, you know, and like when you're in a friend group, it's like, oh, Kat and I are like so close, but I'm not really close with Jane.
Yeah.
That's how it was. Like her and I were the furthest removed. Like I was closer to other people in the group.
Yeah.
Flash forward, the craziest thing that she ever did, what like she constantly was lying, but our one friend, also two of our friends in the group were sisters. Our one friend's dad passes away and from cancer, and he like a few days later she messages me and the other friend, so not the sisters, me and the other friend, and she's like, I have something to tell you. And me and the other friend are like, what, like what's going on? She was like, and she's in, I was like, can I say this? She's never gonna find this. She's in med school.
Oh God.
And she goes, I have brain cancer.
What?
We were like, and our friend's dad, like I said, had just passed away from cancer. And she's like, I don't want to tell them, but please keep the secret. Like, I'm terrified. Like, I have cancer. And like, and I was just like,
Was she in Copa too?
Literally.
Maybe.
Literally.
I'm terrified you're going to say that she was lying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She and me and the other friend are like texting on the side because we're on a 3-way FaceTime, and I was like, are you buying this?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know, because it's
Why
so
would you
twisted,
lie?
like that I just can't wrap my mind around it. And I was like, I don't think I'm buying this. And it was just like, she would always, like when we were together too, she would always just be like, oh my God, like one time I got in this crazy car accident, and like it was just odd. And I'm like terrified, like, cause I'm like, I know she's in med school, like, and by this time she's probably graduated. I haven't spoken to her in years.
Yeah.
And it was just always like the most wild things. And then after, like we found out she lied about that. I was just like,
This like reminds me of like elementary school when people are like, oh my God, did you actually know my dad's a Superman? Like, it's so crazy.
yes, exactly.
That is so messed up that she would lie about that so close after.
Yeah.
The friends,
The friend's
and
dad
she literally
passing
was just
away.
like, don't tell them. Just
Hey.
like,
Does
and-
she have siblings?
Yes, she had
Oh.
like a younger brother.
I thought maybe because she's
So
an only
this-
child, she like
Child.
needed attention.
This pathological liar is a doctor?
Supposedly, like
Whoa.
she did move, and she went to a school for med school. So, and I, like, oh, also this is another one. We like, so we were friends in 2018. My friend's dad passed away in 2020, like fall of 2020. While we were together, like for like our friend,
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, I mean, this is crazy. She was like, yeah, I mean, in med school, like I've figured out how to cure COVID. And I was like,
What?
And I was like, she's like, yeah. And then like I was doing research with this like doctor, and I was telling him it's this protein. Like you got like this is the, and he was like, yep. And she said that he stole her research and was just like, I knew how to cure COVID, and then this guy like stole all of my research. And I like when we got together for my friend's dad's funeral, she was like saying something, and I literally looked her in the eyes because I never saw her anymore. This was the first time I'd seen her in years, and we just were never really friends. And I just said, do you tell the truth about anything?
Yes, Ashley, I love it.
And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I genuinely never believe a word that comes out of your mouth. And she was like, oh my God, stop. Like, stop it. Oh my gosh. And I was just like, I'm done.
She probably believes, like she tells the lies enough that she believes it in her own head.
1000%. Those people scare me.
That is
But
terrifying.
yeah, both of my friends that were in that friend group were like, you gotta talk about Jane.
That
Oh my
is,
gosh.
that's scary.
Yes,
That's scary to me.
terrifying. I told Kat she can pick what, like we had like a few stories left. I was like, you can just pick
Yeah.
like whatever you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say
sorry,
we
Kat,
should
I'll
just
wait
like
for you.
choose like one or two more.
Sorry.
But it's,
That's like
Sorry.
that's like
Thank you.
it'd be different to be like you lie like, oh my God, I love your shoes. Actually, I have brain cancer.
I was like, are you jealous that like our friends are getting
Attention?
this attention?
So
'Cause that-
strange.
Because their dad died? Like,
You think they wanted that? kind of attention? I don't think so.
Oh my god.
It was always something.
That's horrible. Okay, this one's kind of an interesting take. I'm convinced my best friend low-key hates me. When we were kids, we had a very on and off friendship and would always fight over petty things. When we got older, we fixed all those things and moved on. Since then, she has gotten extremely self-centered and mean to me and my husband. Maybe this is petty, but she always complains to not have money when we hang out or when I want to plan things, but conveniently is always spending hundreds of dollars on makeup and clothes and has the money when it comes to things she wants to do. And not to mention, she has never bought me anything for my birthday or holidays. That part sounds petty, but it's annoying when literally every time I want to plan something, she can never contribute and I end up paying. The most recent interaction ended in tears when she told me that all of my other closest friends and family are trash and not her kind of people, all because I asked her to come to an event with me and our other best friend. I'm thinking this might be the year we part ways. Anyways, love you guys.
Saying that like a group is not your people is totally fine. Saying that they're trash is a whole another level.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's time to part ways.
I think there's a lot of scenarios where best friends actually hate each other secretly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in like the same phase of life, like whether like they get engaged, you're just like, oh, yay, I'm so excited for you. And it's like, I think the root of it always is jealousy.
Yeah, but I was listening to a podcast where like jealousy is like the top feeling and there's something deeper than jealousy that like you need to figure out. Cause like I understand that like Naomi and I have been best friends forever and we're in completely different phases in our lives.
Yeah.
And like of course when she's doing all these things, it's like, oh, that's so nice, that's so great. But I would never say that I'm jealous.
That's true.
Like at my core, I am like so happy for her.
Yeah. And that's a pure friendship.
Yeah.
Which like there is like, even if like someone is like, I mean, I don't know if this is the case for you, but like obviously Naomi's married and you feel like, oh my gosh, I want to get married so bad.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, but also like just trying to keep yourself like in check and being like, I can do things Naomi can't now. And
Exactly.
Maybe Naomi might be jealous of me at times.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that that's how it works. And we just like talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, would I love to be married? Sure. If I were married right now, though, I would be with somebody I hate. You know, like I would have settled, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So that makes me sad. Like, yeah, I don't know.
And when people like write in like this and talk about like their friends, I'm like, I hope that you have like good friendships though, because it is sad. You're just like, oh, like I know what it feels like to have like a friend that supports me and loves me. Like, and I would just want that for everybody.
I think that is a lot of the problem why people stay with their best friends because they've never experienced like a good type of friendship. Yeah, I think it's time to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
And on that note.
And on that note, bye.
We've been talking for so long.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but it's so fun.
But I'm so glad that we're not done yet because we're doing a little crossover. Like I said, they're on our podcast. This is for us today. And then, which actually these will come out on the same day, right?
I think so.
Are you guys ahead? This will be like Wednesday, this coming Wednesday for us.
Oh, yeah.
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 Wow, people can get a double dose of
Yes.
us.
Double feature, baby.
Yeah, so we're not done talking yet. We're going to do an episode for their podcast where we're giving advice.
Yeah, we have like they're actually like not as long as those, but
These were extra long today.
they're still good. They're still good submissions.
They'll be good talking points for us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that's one thing we can do.
Oh, we can talk.
I'm not kidding. Like I feel like we could go through all of these stories and talk for another hour.
Yeah.
Yes,
Agreed.
100%.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we love you so much. Make sure you go follow. What are your guys' like personal handles?
At cat.harkins.
At Naomi.Gruss.
And don't slip up because Naomi will block you.
Yeah.
I will.
I will never block you.
And then you'll have to go through Catherine to find my stuff.
Good luck. And I never answer.
And then can they find your podcast anywhere?
Yeah, we're on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
But there's nothing there.
Yeah, maybe a few shorts on YouTube, but like nothing crazy. Just Let Her Cook. Or I think it's Let Her Cook the Pod.
Yeah.
Okay. Cute.
Yeah.
All right.
Fun.
Well, to be continued, and we love you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
Bye.